Hello and welcome to another mountain debrief. Does anybody recognize the road? You got to be a pretty hardcore Hokkaido traveler to recognize this section. This is the road between Furano in central Hokkaido and Mikasa as I head back towards Sapporo. Spent the day at the Furano ski resort. It's been a while. First time for me this season, March the 22nd. A beautiful, beautiful Friday. It was absolutely gorgeous. Wow. The air was crisp and clean. Like, you just want to keep breathing. You're like, the air's so good here. Absolutely stunning views of the Daisetsuzan mountain range across the valley and the town of Furano below. We spent the day riding at the Kitanomine side. So there's two sides of the Furano resort. They're interconnected, but we spent the whole day on the Kitanomine side. It's a very large resort. Furano is great for a lot of reasons. Powder snow in the peak season, obviously light, dry, deep snow. It's kind of like the Colorado of Hokkaido, if you want to put it that way. They get a very light, dry snow there. Unfortunately, I do not get to visit Furano very often during the peak powder season. And last year I was there around this same time, had a great day. That day was a little warmer, it was a little softer, but the terrain at Furano, the way the mountain is set up, the courses, you've got these undulating kind of rollers, and there's banks and a lot of S-turns, and it's a really, really fun mountain for snowboarders. It has a lot of steep courses, so the skiers, who are really into the carving can really lay into it on those steeper sections. There's something for everybody. I think it is a more intermediate to advanced kind of mountain in general, just because of the steepness, and it faces east, so you get this beautiful morning light, and if you've got warmer temperatures and strong sunlight, it will soften up. But as we found today in the afternoon, the sun kind of goes around, and now you're still getting sunlight, but it is kind of coming from the back, so it doesn't have a lot of power to the sunlight. And at about 1:30 p.m. we went up for one more run, and it was quite hard. Like in the morning you had the groomers, which was nice. Then I think a lot of people started skiing and snowboarding on it, and they started sort of scraping off that little layer of corduroy, and you're left with this really rock hard layer underneath. And people start, everyone kind of tends to ride in the center of the courses, so they start to get this little bit of a half, little slight curvature, and the center of the courses start to get really hard and icy. The sides can start to get a little bumpy. That is kind of the situation we had today at Furano. But all in all, so enjoyable. Every time you stop, there's like all these little vistas. You come to these little rollers and you'll stop to decide like where you want to go next, and you're just looking out at this incredible view. And like I said, the air was so clear today. In Hokkaido, we will get a lot of it's called like moya, it's in Japanese. It's like a little bit of a haziness, like a little whitish, grayish kind of hazy. It's not like a cloud. I think it's actually a little bit of a pollution kind of issue, especially in the spring. If we get strong winds from the southwest, we will get some industrial pollution blowing over from where, and that will kind of create this haziness. But as you can see, like there's a little bit of it up in the sky right now, but today I guess the winds may be coming from the north, keeping that haziness away. Incredibly blue, incredibly beautiful. Took a ton of photos, really loved it. So that is my mountain debrief. Also, very few people. As I said in a recent commentary episode, I titled it, "Where Did Everyone Go?" Very mellow right now. Very mellow. Not many people. Maybe tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, might see some more folks out on the slopes, I'm sure. But graduation season, someone left a comment on my commentary saying airline prices are just too high. And I agree with that. Everybody is talking about that. I went back to the US earlier this month. I used mileage, which helped, but it was still expensive. And everybody is basically saying the airline flights, it's ridiculous. It's too much. So I don't think people are able to just say, oh, we got some time off, let's go on a ski vacation to Japan. Or maybe they say that, but then you get on there and you Google the flights and you're like, whoa, honey, I think we gotta look for somewhere else to go. So, very mellow crowds. Few tourists, but really, the mountain was empty. The mountain was very empty. Okay, that's my mountain debrief. I will keep you updated with some more. This weekend, I'm going to be heading out to Niseko. And it looks like we have a week of pretty much sunny weather with pretty stable temperatures. Going up a little bit. In Sapporo, we're going to see temperatures maybe in the city around 10 degrees Celsius. So it is going to warm up and be more spring-like, but it looks like we've got some high pressure that is going to keep the weather very stable for the next week. And then at the very end of the month, it looks like we're going to have rain in the city, but we're going to start getting some more snow at higher elevation. So I'm looking for some more little sneaky powder days coming up, especially at the higher elevation resorts like Kokusai and Central Hokkaido, Furano, Asahidake. We'll probably be getting some more snowstorms into early April. Okay, I'll be back with more later. Drive safe.